welcome to my go-to shoe, Faith, Hope, and Love, a journey through loss. And before we get started, let me go ahead and say it. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. I just really want to, before I even get started too far, is thank each one of you who made comments. I appreciate it. It shares with me that you're getting help. You feel some help from these podcasts, and it also helps me too. So I like to hear when you're being affected. So thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you know. So today, we're not going to forget about the garage. The garage is an ongoing process. And what I thought I would do is we'll look at the garage once a month. So beginning of March, we'll go look at the garage and you'll see all that's taken place and what's happening, what's getting done. And I think by March we'll have a whole lot done because I'm only working on it Saturday, so I'm not getting a whole lot done, but I am getting some things done. And I took a little pit stop and I went in my office and started getting rid of some stuff. So, which tells me, when you're dealing with clutter, sometimes you have to step away from the clutter that you get your focus on and start working on other things that may be a clutter. So in my office, I have a lot of piles of, and I got rid of 2 huge piles. I had 2 garbage bags full of things that were in my office, mail, stuff that you just don't look at and you need to get rid of it. So I gotta start a new method with that mail because the mail just gets overwhelming. Anyway, so I have been working on multitasking, but still focused on the garage, but I've been doing some other clutter-free things as well at the same time. So I hope you are getting rid of your clutter as well. But we will go down there in March and you'll see things are getting better and better and better. Okay? So anyway, today, I said earlier that we're going to get back to grief. And I was thinking about grief. I was going to talk about the 7 stages of grief. I'm not going to talk about that today. But what I am going to talk about we're in the month of February. And February is, I call it, it's the love month. It's the love month. It's a time when we want that special someone in our lives. We make sure that our kids have their Valentine's Day. I remember many years ago when you had to buy those little packs and you had to put the names of each kid on the card so that your child could take it to school and they could share their love cards or their little Valentine's Day cards with everybody. And then you'd have the little hearts as well. Those little candy hearts that you would have, and you'd really want somebody that really liked you or loved you to give you one of those little hearts. So, but today, I want to talk about love and how much we as a people, as humans, love so deep and love so hard. And it goes with grief because what happens, that's why we grieve, because we love so deeply and we love so hard. And what I'm finding as children, as we grow up into young adults and into mature adults, when we were younger, no one showed us, maybe they showed you all, but no one ever talked to me or showed me how to maintain my heart, how to maintain our heart. When you lose someone, a piece of you just feels like it goes away. And I think if we're taught early on, maybe we would be better able to deal with when our heart is aching and when our heart is in pain. So the one area I want to talk about with the heart, especially right now, is the physical aspects of the heart. The physical aspects of the heart. Meaning, number 1, what goes in has to be good, right? So the physical heart, every single day that we rise every single day, and we typically should have 3 meals a day: morning, lunch, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's important for us to feed our heart. with that which is good. And whatever we intake, right? Whatever we intake affects the body. And if we started out as young people, making sure that we took pride and we loved our heart and took good care of our heart, we would be better off. So, number one, when it comes to that physical heart, we've got to make sure that we're eating properly. And you say, well, what does that have to do with death? Well, it has a lot to do with death, because if we're physically fit, it's going to make it easier on us to deal with everything that we have to deal with when it comes to loss. I think that's just a part of it. And, my whole podcast, this whole thing is about, I don't really talk about this word life is a part of death and death is a part of life, but it is. So it's important for us to take care of our physical well-being. And what we put in affects our mental capacity, our physical capacity, and how we interrelate with other people. But I'm only talking about food right now. One aspect is what we maintain every day in our bodies, what we're eating every day, what's healthy for us. You make sure that your children are eating properly, but sometimes even they are on the go and we're moving too fast and they're not getting the proper nutrition. And sometimes they don't even have it to get the proper nutrition. But it's so important for us to maintain, for our physical heart, what we intake. So, when you're taking care of yourself, it's a conscious effort. It's a conscious effort. But if we take care of ourselves, then we'll take care of our children, our families, and then they'll see how we are taking care of ourselves, and then they may want to do the same. So we feed on one another, that we do better. And just as a pit stop, I don't know if I'll call this a pit stop, but before the Thanksgiving holiday, I don't know what happened, but I started eating. And maybe that's why I'm talking about this heart thing, because I started eating quite a bit. And actually, I got on the scale this morning. Oh my God. Yes, it wasn't good. I gained some weight and I'm not happy about that. So I'm going to really, I started already to get myself back on a regimen. I always eat 3 meals a day, but I just got to get rid of some of these other things that I'm eating that I don't need to have. For instance, I'll tell you, I absolutely love Diet Cherry 7-Up. Love it for years. And I know, don't write me saying that, Pauline, don't drink, it's bad for you. I know it's bad for me. I know what to do, but I got to do it. So I am really putting forth an effort not to buy any more. And plus, the way prices are going up on everything, I need not buy any more, correct? Exactly. So I am definitely going to remove diet soda out of my life and intake water, because that's good for my heart, right? It's good for your heart. So we need to intake water. For our physical well-being, we need to take it in water, not a lot of caffeine. I cannot get rid of my coffee every morning. I only have 1 cup. I'm not ready to give up my coffee yet, but I will give up the Diet Cherry 7-Up. Don't even try it, you guys. You'll get addicted like I am. So I'm going to struggle with that, but I'll get through it. But the other piece of the heart, because we got to take care of this heart, because it's soft, it's supple. We've got to be so careful what we let into our heart, right? So the other piece of the heart is our physical aspect of the heart. We have to do some type of exercise to keep those muscles moving, going. I mean, I hear so many young people who died at 20s, 30s, 40s. We have more people dying younger than we ever did, at least that I ever remember. All of a sudden, somebody just drops dead, just like that. What happened? Oh, they had a heart attack. So it's important for us to take care of that which God has given. He created us as perfect human beings. And when I think, when you think about it, when God created us, it was perfect. The body was perfect, ate from we ate from the land, everything was good. And now we've got so many chemicals, so many things, so we need to pay attention to what we place in these fabulous, creative bodies that God has given us. So the physical aspect, that's what I only want to talk about the physical heart today. We're going to talk about spiritual, we're going to talk about the emotional heart. But today, I really want to focus on the physical, because every single day we have to put time in to exercise. Now, you know you got to eat 3 meals a day. And when I say 3, we should really keep it to 3. Really, three is good. But I am one of these people that I try not to eat after 7, and that's like a whole nother thing. It's like, it's better just go to bed. A doctor one time told me, well, if you want to eat, just go to bed. You're not going to worry about it. And wake up the next morning. I think they were right. They were absolutely correct. Because it's easier if you just don't even, just go to bed. You don't have to think about eating. Because what happens, it's all goes back to grief too. Because when you're grieving, you'll eat too much. For whatever you're grieving about, whatever it is, whether it's a lost relationship, whether it's a loss of a spouse, whether it's a loss of your child, whether it's a loss of a job. I know there are different types of losses, but yet, depending on the individual, it means much. So it behooves us to take care of our heart. Take care of our heart. So every day we have to place and put time aside to walk or exercise. Whatever the case might be, whatever you do, you need to make time for that. Just like you have to make time for prayer. You know, it's interesting, right? There's so much to do. There's so much to do to take care of oneself. So I want to just share with you, we need to really take time for us. And when we take care of our heart, when grief does come at us, we'll be physically fit to endure and to persevere. But we got to protect what God has given us. We got to protect the heart. In this month of love, and I want to say happy birthday to all you February babies out there. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Another piece I want to share, since it is the Valentine's Day month, it's birthday month for people. What is a better way than to love on yourself, than to take good care of yourself? My brother we have a family text, and he was saying he was making these appointments that he had to go to. Jeff, good job to you. He had these appointments that he was making, and I thought, he is to be commended. Because how many times do we have appointments for doctor appointments and we just bypass it? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, right, you forgot. Well, you may have, but still, you bypass it and we don't do what we're supposed to do. So it's critical that we begin to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But I really wanted you to think about the physical aspects of the heart. The physical aspects of the heart. That exercise routine, that nutrition routine, which you placing inside of you. That we need to pay attention to what we place inside of our bodies. If people knew what medications do to the body, we might have stayed healthier sooner, right? We wouldn't have had to take certain medications if we had paid attention in our 30s, in our 20s. If we taught our children to eat right all the time, that's bad for you. Okay? So, I just stopped by. This is kind of short. I stopped by just to say, I want us to take care of our heart in this month of love. And who better to take care of you than yourself? Who cares more about you than yourself? That's number one. You got to really care about who you are and how much you love you. Because how can you love everyone else if you don't even love yourself? So take some time and write down the things that you love about yourself. This is all preparation. As we go through life, we can still live on. Be that strengthened soul that continues on in the journey process of life. It's a process. All right? So, on this month of February, the month of love, think about your physical heart, what you're placing into it, and do what's right. Eat right, do your physical exercise. Everything that's good, do it for yourself. So you've gained strength to walk, to run, to glide through this journey of life. And I don't want to miss the opportunity to say, please lift up the plane crash that happened here and 67 individuals were killed. We always got to take a little time. Just lift them up in prayer, because one whole family was lost. The mother, the father, the children, in one plane crash, everybody gone. So let's take a moment of silence for that. Actually, let's just take a moment of silence for those who were killed in the plane crash. Father, we need you. We need you more now than we ever did. The plane crash, the economy, the political environment. Hold on. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. We change. But God, He never changes. He remains the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I love y'all. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Please, please, please work on your heart routine to give it all that it needs. The right foods, the right nutrition, the right exercise routine, all that is good. And watch God strengthen you for your journey and your purpose. Love y'all. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God is good. Bye-bye. See you soon. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Love y'all.